how he makes the messages enjoyable to learn. Nate has encouraged me to make my walk with God stronger. You're going to love Nate, and I thank him with all of my heart for what he has done for me.
I love that he is always, concerned and ready to go and, help you, ask for prayer, if there's any problems or anything. He loves to pour his heart out to his kids.
I love everything about Nate. I love how whenever I'm feeling anxious or whenever I'm going crazy about the most stupidest little things, he always reassures me with God's words, and he always leads me to God. And then he encourages me or gives me his own advice, but he always makes sure I go to God first.
Nate is a very patient guy, and I say that because when I first started coming to the church, I wasn't saved, and there was this one time we went to, we had this high school retreat, so we went up to the mountains, and the entire time, that Nate was trying to get me into the Word, get to know the Lord, I would draw pentagrams in my notebook. They give us these little notebooks to each of the high schoolers, and I wasn't like a Satanist or anything, but I don't know, I was just like kind of bored and stuff. And so like Nate would see me do these kinds of stuff. I would like literally put AirPods in my ears and just try to like block out all the noise during the time the pastor would give a sermon. And so Nate would watch me do this all the time, and he told me about it, and he would talk about how he just thought I would never come to the Lord, and eventually, well, I did, and he was happy about that, but it must have taken a heck of a lot of patience for him to deal with me.
Well, he's always ready to answer the question. He always is prepared. He always answers the question. He knows, he uses references to look at the Bible. I've known him half quite a while. Asking questions, and he's helped me start thinking from a group and actually reading the Bible.
Kind of hard to put it into words, but like he always has the answer almost, like how he knows like always what to say. I love how he's able to teach us, and the way he's able to like comfort us, and the way he prays over us, and the way he like actually cares.
Everything.
Sorry.
No, that's a lie. I think what I love about Nate the most is that I can say I don't love everything about him, because he's shown us, I think, the part of a man of God that's imperfect. And I don't know, we're probably going to highlight Nate a lot and the good things about him, but honestly, the times he's shown us like that he does fall short, the times he's messed up or something, or said a joke that offended Isaac or something, but just the way that he presents himself as a man of God, but not someone who's perfect, someone who lives the example, and still struggles just like us. I think growing up, for me that was the best part of growing up knowing Nate, is because he was that real example. He wasn't faking. We had fun times with Nate, but also he was always serious about what really mattered, being right with God, and training us to be Mr. Right, as he would say always, and still trying to be with God's help. But Nate has helped me through a lot of lows, and been there through the highs too. And Jay-Z means a lot. But yeah, I'm gonna miss him. I love Nate. I love Megan and the boys, and then just their example and everything they've done for us.
His compassion and kindness towards people, I really think that Nate can get along with a lot of us, like the youth, and I think that's really important for like connection and like a desire to come to church is like yes, there's like friends and stuff and all that, but like it's important to have like a good youth pastor, and I think Nate like fits that role really well.
How soft-spoken he is.
how caring and loving he is to his students. He treats them like family and really cares for them, and shows with his actions and his words.
His sense of humor and his just personality is just so fun to be around with.
One thing that I love about Nate, well, I love everything about Nate, how he's a ding dong, and I love how we can laugh and have a goofy time, but that we can also get really serious and study the word together and worship together.
Just how real and down to earth he is, you know, like it's not something that he's a youth pastor, right? And typically pastors or anyone that has the title pastor seems like there's just like aura around them, like you can't touch them, you know. But Nate's really down to earth, and he's really, I don't want to say like humble, because then that's like saying like great is his humility, you know. But like he is a really humble guy, and he really genuinely cares about the people that are around him, and he's not seeking to puff up himself because he has the title of being a pastor, but rather he seeks just to be real and genuine and honest and open. And in that he shows such that's so touching to me, because it's something that, especially when I was younger, just seeing like all the different people that would call themselves a pastor and have the title of pastor, they like, you couldn't touch them, you couldn't talk to them. That's not something that you see with me. That's not anywhere where his mindset and framework is.
His personality has always been like my best friend throughout high school.
I love Nate's heart for God, because he has always been true to God's calling, and like his obedience to God is one thing that's really inspired me. Because as we know, like Nate's been through so much, like with Nehemiah, Hezekiah, and now with this new church. And every time he's gone through a storm, he's always looked to God and never wavered in his faith. And that's really encouraging.
I think just how he always encourages us, and he's always there for the youth group and always there for my family too, and they've just been such an example to me. Nate and Megan, they've just always been an example to me growing up and now, and they'll continue to be an example for me. Yeah.
Really how excited he gets with the youth group, how much joy he gets in growing these kids and teaching them about God, especially when he sees them really growing. And the way he really encourages us all to grow and to get involved in ministries. I think there's so many youth ministries and stuff like that, you see the leaders and you see them doing their thing and stuff like that, right? But there's never that encouragement. I mean, you get encouraged to grow on your own or with the other youth members, but never you really never hear that emphasis of growing and serving God. And that's one thing he's always taught us, is to serve God and do what he's called you to do, because that's the best thing.
He really helped me, like, kind of, I don't know how to explain it, just, like, he's really just, he's protecting his messages and everything.
Yes, I want to say there's like a lot of different ways he has helped me grow. I think one of the most things is like he has really encouraged me to fellowship with girls who are really close to me. I know he brought up the verse of like there's someone who's like closer than a brother, right? And I found those friends that are like closer than like sisters to me, and they really helped me. I think another way he has really helped me was just like a lot with like my anxiety and depression. Like, reassuring me is like, I don't have to fight my own battles, God can fight it for me.
The way he teaches the Bible and the way God speaks through him, it's different from a lot of other churches. And I think that the things he's like preached and said to us was a lot more impactful.
Nate has specifically helped me grow and encouraging me to be a good leader, not just in worship, but also with other people and like just being like a Christ-like person and being kind and humble and doing all the good things that he has shown me through his leadership and doing those same things myself.
Speaking about his leadership, showing me how much he loves him, so loves God, and really impacted him. He's always just encouraged me and just always just been there for me.
He was the one who actually encouraged me, him and Megan, to be worship leader. And without him, I probably wouldn't lead worship the way I do today. If he hadn't pushed me to do that in youth group when I was a sophomore in high school, when I first come home from England. So he helped me be a worship leader.
I guess one area that I've grown from just looking at Nate and seeing Nate is just really how to have the joy of the Lord. I mean, like, literally, like, we can be doing anything together and he's just always cracking jokes and we're always having laughs, good times, we're always having fun. I mean, we've done so many different things together and we've built so many different memories where it's like we don't just see each other as like this pastor, like, and then like you're a pastor here and then this is below you, but we really see each other as family. And really in that he's shown us and he's shown all of us, he's shown me just how to have joy in the spirit. I mean obviously in this culture or in Christian culture we can end up taking things so seriously, so literally, but then that's when we become self-religious, that's when we become self-religious, that's when we become like the Pharisees, filled with pride. But rather Nate's shown the opposite of that, rather how to live in that liberty, and obviously not to the extent of where you're just doing whatever you want to do, but really to have fun and really to have that joy in the Lord. And that really sparked just a passion in me. And yeah, I'm so grateful for him, so grateful for Megan and the boys, always seeing them. It's gonna be hard not seeing them as much anymore, but God has great things for them.
He's always encouraged me to be like a man of God, and he's always been there for me when I've been tempted or if I have anything to talk about.
He's actually helped me grow in a lot of ways. I came in as a very awkward freshman student that was very introverted and very shy. And just through his love and how he was able to format Royals and to like be very welcoming and encouraging, that really helped me grow and just give me confidence in who I am and helping me understand who God sees me. I think just teaching me so much about the Bible, because coming into high school, I was in a really dark place and I didn't really put God first, and he just kind of taught me the importance of God and seeing them go through all their trials too, especially being the sister. They've just shown me how important God is and just how I need to put him first and just being such great examples to me.
He's helped me grow in so many ways. I probably don't even remember all the ways. But one particular way is, well, I guess a moment in time, I remember one time Nate gave me a ride to church because my dad couldn't take me. He didn't have a gas money or something. And on that way, I was talking to Nate about what I like and what I do and this and that. And he was able to encourage me through that and encourage me to use my gift, use the things that I like to serve God. And he helped me. He helped me to do that. He brought me in and he taught me how to serve. And ever since then, I can't stop.
It may be hard. I've learned from my dad that pastoring a church is not easy, but you gotta keep going. It's gonna take a lot of prayer and meditating, but just keep going on the Lord and everything will work out.
Nate, you know how I feel about you. You know how I have spammed you every other day for the past like 2 months. And what was the question? For him or for the congregation? For him. Don't wear chanclas and shorts when you are on stage with a bunch of people, especially if they're older to you. That looks disrespectful. Keep in mind that other people can look at your Instagram following, so you might want to delete some accounts from that. Just be careful, and if you need anything, please let us know.
The heads up I would give is to do the same with this next church, because there's going to be a lot of people who are just like me, or just like I was.
Nate and Megan, I hope you both are blessed out there and that the Lord keeps you and guides you as you go on this completely new part of your life. And I pray that He blesses you and your family and that you can trust and confide in the Lord as you always have as you journey through this new and different and maybe even difficult part of your lives. But I know that God has called you to do this, so He will bless you for following and obeying Him. I love you guys.
You do a great job. That God's got you and that He has you and He'll carry you through this transition. And since His plan, you'll be fine because His plan is always good and the best for you. And you'll be great at Calvary Church. I wish him the best, and I am praying for him.
Nate, thank you for everything. I've known you for so long, and I can't even tell you all the ways that you have helped me grow, not just in worship leading, but in my own faith in the Lord. Your faithfulness to teach me the Word from a young age. Thank you for being that leader in my life during high school. Thank you for always being there to give an encouraging word to me when I needed it. The Lord has used you in that a bunch too. Just thank you and keeping faithful to what God has called you to do. That's something you taught me. I love you so much. I'm going to miss you.
I mean, man, there's so many different things I can talk about, but the one most thing is just continue to be with God, continue to be with the Lord. And I know that seems so cliche, I know that seems so like repetitive, because I mean that's what we all say. We all say, stay on fire for the Lord, keep with the Lord. But really, like, I've seen what God has done for you and done through you in what you're doing here, and like, I mean, I can't just fathom and imagine what God is going to do with you and through you in this next chapter. So continually just have a greater and greater view of God, and like you say, like, just have a greater fear of Him, have a reverence of Him that just makes your soul want to bow down and worship before Him. You know, it's like we can get so caught up in our mind and our emotions, and we can become prideful. But really, when we have that high view of God, there's no ounce of pride that should be able to come into our lives. And that's a word that I would leave with you, Nathan Tyson. And then Megan, I don't know if you're watching this too, and the boys, we love you guys. I mean, you guys are always there for Nate. You guys were there for all of us, all the girls, and everything as well. And we're so appreciative of that. And I'm just so looking forward to what God's gonna do and has in store for your lives for this next chapter.
That I know He's gonna do a good job, and that they're gonna be very blessed to have Him.
Nate, just continue to love God, continue to seek Him first, and there will of course be trials up ahead and obstacles that get in your way, but don't let that lose don't let that make you lose focus. And just continue to love everyone that walks through the doors, because that is one thing you're always good at, is loving those who are outcasted or don't feel wanted or are just looking for a home.
I just want to tell you guys everything will be okay, because I know you guys are stressed, and I know you guys are excited too, and we're all excited, and me and my parents and Caitlin and Josiah are always here for you, and I'm just excited to see where God puts you guys in this church and what He's gonna do, and yeah, I'm just excited to see where you guys go.
Be patient. And remember that everything that you do is from God. And remember that people are going to look up to you. And so be the person that they can look up to. Always make it known that you are willing for them to come up, that you are ready, that you want them. Tell them to learn from you. And even on a personal level, not just up on the stage. Because I think a lot of pastors assume that, and you never have. And don't forget that. Always make yourself open. And that's where you'll see the fruit. Spring forth.
Thank you for being my youth pastor and pouring your heart out to us kids, and just, yeah.
And I want to thank you for putting up with what you call my sarcastic and feisty attitude. I just want to thank you. Just want to thank you for, always encouraging me, and I know sometimes I've texted you really late, but you've always been there for me, and you literally supported me in everything from me writing my own Christian blog to shop to just helping other people around me, and I think everything that I have done is because of your influence, because you have always led me to God. I love you.
Just thank you for being at this church, because it's a lot. It's a lot to like see you guys go, and we're so grateful to like have you guys here and teach us, and we'll miss you.
And yeah, I could be here for a while longer, but they probably won't let me. Love you, Nate. Praying for you guys. Thank you for everything. Truly, Lord willing, we can see you again. Spend some time with you.
Thank you, Nate and Megan, for always being there for me in the tough times and the good times. And I feel like you guys have always at least been a part of my life, because you've known me since I was like a kid. Because my dad and my mom used to be your youth pastor and youth pastor's wife. So I just want to thank you guys for being a part of my life, and also in these past recent years as I'm in your high school group, that you like cared for me and sought after me. So yeah, thanks.
So, thank you, Nate. We love you.
Then one last thing to thank you next week.
Thank you, Nate, for inspiring me to take the Word of God seriously. Show me how much Jesus cares for me and loves me, and how much praise and honor He should get, and also just talking to us about His love and how much you love Him, and it really happy me to my walk with Him straight and actually take it seriously. So Thank you for always being here.
All right. Again, I just want to say from the deepest recesses of my soul, thank you, Nate. And I'm so grateful just to have you as my youth pastor. And for all these years, everything that you've helped me grow, obviously it's all the Lord, but you were the vessel to really help that happen. And I'm so, so appreciative of that. And we all are, right? All the Royals are. We're just so grateful to have you as our youth pastor. We're just so looking forward to what's going to be next in store for your life.
Thank you for being like my best friend throughout high school. I'm gonna miss you a lot.
Thank you just for helping me in my walk spiritually. Thank you for raising me into the character that I am today. Thank you for bringing in the shy little freshman girl, that's not so little, and just raising her up to be a leader. Thank you for giving me opportunities. Thank you for always pushing me and encouraging me to be the best woman of God that I can be. Thank you for helping me as a leader and as I transition into adult leader to show love and support to these girls. Thank you for just always loving God and pouring into us always, and just, yeah.
Thank you, Megan and Nate. I love you guys so much, and you guys have literally meant the world to me, and you guys have just taught me so much with, from Nehemiah's struggles and Hezekiah, and seeing you guys go through that and just always looking to God, and you guys just have taught me so much, and I just want to thank you for that, and showing me just all the examples you've been to me in my whole life, because you guys are just, I admire your strong faith, and I just want to thank you guys for everything you've shown me and given me, everything. I love you guys so much.
And then one last thing, a thank you message to Nate. Thank you for being my youth pastor. Thank you for teaching me and leading me and guiding me through some of the craziest years of my life. Well, the craziest years so far. And really the most important, most critical, because those are the years that made me who I am and made me who I'm going to be. So thank you, Nate. And I'm praying for you and Megan and the boys. I love you all. God bless.
And then what else?
Yep. He's old.
I mean, I haven't grown physically.
My best friend.
You guys are in great hands.
That sounded so big.
No, I'm serious. I'm serious.
Another question?
Yeah,
Dude,
there's one more question.
You can only ask me 2 questions. That's all I give you, bro.
So I'm saying I have a feisty attitude. You have it too. Love you. You forgot your own questions?
It's been a long day without you, my friend. And I'll tell you all about it when I see you again. I love you.